Flux.
Hey guys, it's Flux here. Welcome back to our Cities of Tomorrow region, and you can see we are here in a new city. This is going to be a part of our little quad of cities over here on this side near Gloomsville, Platinum Ridge, and Somerset. I would have used one of these three cities back here, but I got a kind of a different plan for this city. It's not going to be what I usually do, so I thought I'd do it on this side where there's kind of some terrain and stuff to work with. But this time I thought I'd do something different. I'm going to go with a bit of a smaller city. So I'm not going to use any high density buildings or zoning at all. It's all going to be medium and low density. And then on top of that, I'm going to do some sort of a tourism kind of gambling thing. I'm going to use this little inlet of water to our advantage with some cruise ship and boat ports. And aside from that, just kind of do some more suburban kind of stuff and not as much urban crazy, high density stuff. So that's the plan. We'll get started here now. You can see we have a double entrance, so that means we can do some stuff with our roads in terms of just getting more accessibility. So I think I'm going to do some sort of medium density kind of town area over here on this side, and it's going to kind of go out farther and farther and do a more rural and not so even if you call this dense, part of a city. So first things first, we'll make this road kind of come down over here. We'll intersect it with this road. That was kind of my idea in the first place, to kind of make just a basic kind of pattern here. I don't want to, well, let's see here. So I want to have these go straight forward, like right here, no crazy, weird road paths, just kind of make it nice and straightforward so people going right through the city can easily get through. And then over here, I think I'm going to try to start varying it around this area, since it's going to kind of be more of the rural or more like suburban, I guess, part of the city. So I'm going to pull this road diagonally this way for something like that. I'm just going to start by kind of laying out the avenues, and then from there we can plan out everything else. I do know for a fact that our wind is going in this direction, upwards, away from our control panel down here. You can see should be going that way or this way. So I'm going to try and put the industry on top of this little plateau because it's kind of a nice little area for that stuff to go. And then I think the gambling and tourism stuff's going to all go down here alongside the beach. Some nice prime real estate for that. And then everything else will just be kind of residential and commercial. All right, so we have this, and I think if we're going to pull this road around to go up here as well, I'd like it to maybe stop turning up here around this area. Here's the tricky part, is getting this road to go up there. I might actually bring this down and then end it somewhere over here and then make another one branching off this way and go up this spot. It could be optimal. Let's try that. That's a bridge. I'd prefer to not have a bridge there. Maybe something like this. Let's see. So that works. I might then kind of do some fancy curving to keep it from creating a bridge. Could I actually use the cut-in tool, the drop-down tool on the road, to make some sort of more gradual slope? I only want to make I don't want to make a tunnel. That was not part of the plan, but maybe something like this. I don't know. I think our best bet for now is just a basic straightforward road. That's a really steep road. That's like a 45-degree angle. That's pretty crazy. I can't imagine actually driving on that, but I suppose it works. I'd like to stay in like the realm of reality here. That seems a little bit extreme. Might try. Let's see. You could always make a tunnel too, which would work just as well. That's my phone. No, that kind of worked. Not really perfect, but I bet I could kind of use some terraforming here from here. Let's try that. Let's go a bit lower here with this one. See, that should work. I wish it would. But it does not. Interesting. So I can actually, it allows me to build that, but once I delete any pieces of it, it thinks that it can't build it anymore. Okay, that's more of a step in the right direction. Sometimes if you kind of just like continuously delete and replace things, you can slowly fix some of your issues here, although this looks a bit more difficult to work with. Come on now. It just worked a minute ago. It'd be nice if it was like relatively smooth. This is not really smooth at all, but I'm gonna keep working with it, see if we can do it any better than this. See, then that happens and it creates a little cliff, and that makes it harder to build it up here again. Look at that. Just made a big drop off. Come on, now it's not even gonna do that. Work with me, SimCity. Let's go down farther. I'm actually going to cut this whole part. You know, I'm going to work this for a minute off camera. I'd liked it to be relatively smooth, but I'll see what I can do. So I'll be back in just a minute. All right, that's as straight as we're going to get it. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And from there, I think we're going to go ahead and put down some basic roads for the main kind of part of the town here. I want this to be, although it's going to be kind of, you know, grid-like for the most part. It's going to be, you know, packed in buildings. I also want it to be kind of unique and not exactly just a straight-up grid. And that's geese flying over my house. That's awesome. That always happens to me. So I think, well, first of all, we'll start off with using the old nature park trick to find our building density limit, which is about here. I'll pull that over here. Use that there. So my idea here would be to take it. I think this first one can go on a little. In fact, I'm actually going to bring it back because these are going to zone as well. These main roads here. I think there's not much harm in trying to zone everything, including the main roads, in this town, only because unlike previous cities, this one's going to have like a much smaller population, so it's not a big deal about traffic and stuff going in on these roads. So that's not a big problem. I might as well just zone those as well. If you'll notice in smaller towns, that's kind of the case for the most part. Typically, avenues are surrounded by, you know, shops and whatnot, so it's good. So let's go ahead and put these down here. That should give us a double density right there. These geese, what the heck, man? I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I'll be quiet for a minute. Maybe? I don't know. They're really loud. Okay, so I know it's not entirely practical, but I do want to do a road here just for the sake of getting some diversity in here. Looks a bit cool, I think, to do different cubes and rectangles that all fit zones properly. So let's see. From here, I might want to keep this road going all the way down, actually, because this is all going to zone probably just about right. It does. Okay. So I'm just going to keep that there. And then possibly reconnect here. I think this is the best option right here. So reconnect that for the sake of those roads. All right. So what's next? We got that little portion zoned out. as well as this corner over here. So let's take this down. Do another few. Let's take this down a bit actually then. Kind of follow. We'll take this down to here. And then do one more road like this. This is all kind of just like not necessarily linear planning was my idea. Didn't want it to all just be straight lines. I'd like it to be kind of geometric, but yet straight. Okay, so here we don't really have to intersect, but I think I will for the sake of ease of access in both of these locations. Actually, would be a good idea. And then we were only going to zone here and here anyway, so I may as well just bring this down as well. Okay. And we should be able to fit something like, yeah, a double. I'll just put them on this side. It'd be better. Fit two anyway. Okay, that's good. That's a good little central town area. And then we'll bring this road across and create more on this side and this side. But first things first, I'm going to kind of take this one a bit slower. I'm not going to go crazy with building everything like right away. And I wish this wasn't so messy and, you know, whatever. But you wouldn't believe how hard it is to build roads on like shaky ground in this game. For some reason, it just like it'll look straight and then it'll be like cannot connect, too steep, or it'll just make some wacky giant hill or something for like no reason at all. A little wonky, but it's alright. Anyway, I'll take it a bit slower this time. I'm not gonna, you know, go crazy with placing things all right off the bat. You know, just try and get it out there. So in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, get this top part drawn out as well, and we can start zoning and getting things going here. So we'll put this here. See if I can make it not so extreme. This is what I mean. Look, like, well, okay, that makes sense actually. That shouldn't be there. Let's try something simple like this. You'd think, oh, you could just make a little, nope. Let's make this dip here for some reason, or whatever. That wasn't too bad actually. That's all right. I'm just gonna live with that. But it can be bad sometimes. It's just a little frustrating, but whatever. Okay, so here's the top part. We're gonna put our industry here. I'm gonna go with a medium density. I'm gonna take it out this far. Actually, we can go double, can't we? Let's double up for the sake of space. So just like this. It's a little close, isn't it? That's too far away. Get it just right. There we go. That should fit everything we need. Okay, so I think I'm gonna bring a road out. This is gonna have to do something like this if we want to save space. I'll take it out. Let's do something like this. Make these curved, obviously. There we go. Okay, so my thinking here is I want to have the doubles. So we're gonna fit a single factory here, and then back to back. So we'll just waste this little corner here, but in exchange we can fit factories all along this backside and not wasting space behind either. So I think that'll work out well. And then obviously we'll do the same thing on this side. Do some sort of road connector there. So the halfway point, and then down. Actually, maybe a bit further than that. And then we'll connect these with curves. Very nice. Speed this up because I don't like sitting in the dark. And that should fit some factories. I know it's kind of odd shaping, but the factories out here will be better than the ones on the inside anyway. Okay, and then we will do factories along this road as well. They should all fit just fine. This little space here could be nice to be used with something. I might try and pull something out here as well. Let me close that window because I got like geese and dogs and all this craziness. 1 second. So much better. It's weird. It's the winter time here, and being in Colorado, right? One day it's like blizzard conditions and -18 in the morning, and then the next day, like today, it's like 70 degrees out, and my room is heating up fast because my computer is like a built-in heater, and literally gets like 80 degrees in here, so I have to open windows. And then dogs and geese and things get in my videos. Okay. That looks good. So we can fit things here and along here. I'm going to connect this to a common road. What a weird intersection that is. May as well just bring this all the way down. It'll look weird otherwise. Like that. Then we will connect this. Let's see. Man, this is just... This would be a waste of space anyway, so I might as well just bring this down here. I'll leave that like that. And then factories, let's see. See, this is a waste of space unless I bring it out farther. And even then, I don't know if this is going to really get a factory in or not. Well, maybe. Probably fit something there. Which means what? Let's bring this down a bit further so we can fit this last portion. Let's see if this is going to work or not. I want to leave space for this factory here, and then a factory here, and a factory here. Oh, that's not going to happen. Or maybe I just make factories as they are, like this. Nothing will fit up here, I don't think. Let's just see. It shows stuff fitting, but that won't actually fit. I'm pretty sure that this terrain here is going to prevent it from growing. I could get small factories though, so I might as well just keep this here, and then I'll do some fancy road work around here to keep it all intact. Something like that, and then connect these here. All right, so that's a nice little industrial zone at the top. More organic road work, not so so linear. No ridiculous interchanges this time around because we don't really need one for such a small city. But let's go ahead and start zoning, shall we? So let's put, first things first, we need to get power and water and everything else, which we can probably buy from Gloomsville, which actually, I don't know. Sewage capacity would be just fine. This is going to take like almost nothing. Water, I believe they have water available, I want to say. Let's go with yes. I guess we'll see what happens afterwards. And then power, obviously yes, but I'll have to come back and make my own power source here. My plan is to make one here and eliminate it in here to save some money. So if we're going to have one big expense in a city, it'll be the power is my goal for this time around. We'll see if that's actually the case, though. We may end up not really... Need to get volunteer waste disposal from these guys. We'll do that in a little bit. I'll do it between episodes, actually, since we got some... yeah, we still got time, so... Okay. First things first is the zoning. Everything else is coming in just fine. It says it's not, but it is. Yeah, it should be getting water in just a minute. We're still paused, that's why. Delete all these random paths to nowhere. I think we got all of them, right? I think we still... Oh, yeah, we got them. 0. So, let's go ahead and zone. We can put residential. I'm going to do commercial along... What the heck? Why is that so dark? That's weird. Anyway, I'm going to put these commercial buildings along this street. Let's go there. And there. Then I'll put the residential here. Look how fast they grow. It's bizarre. Residential all the way along here. Do a building back there, and we'll do a little bit of real estate back here as well. And we'll start off kind of nice and small with just some simple casinos, nothing too big. Once I get this stuff down, should fit something there as well. And then residential in here. Did I seriously zone this wrong? I think I did. Why did I do that? I don't even know what I was thinking when I did this here. Yeah, what was I thinking? That's definitely not going to fit anything. Let's fix that. I don't know how that even got like that. I'm just going to eyeball it. I think I can get it right if I'm careful. Something like that. What the? Is that even possible? What? That's weird. Okay. Anyway, this should fit here. Awesome. Getting used to the distances now. I can almost eyeball it no matter what. Okay, so next step would be a casino, like I was saying. We're going to grab the casino from specialization and gambling, and we're going to start small with the gambling house. Nice, simple casino. I think I'm going to put it across the street from everything else, so like right here in this little corner. The heart of the city. The original gambling house, and then we'll probably end up making big gambling whatever everywhere else, but I think it'd be kind of cool to keep this one here forever anyway, as the original gambling house in the middle of the city when it was founded. And we'll just leave it like this for now because we're going to need some time to make a profit. That's fine. Okay, in the meantime, we can work on transportation. Let's do education and services first, actually. So I think if we're careful, we can actually stick with only these small police stations in this entire city if we're careful. We'll just see what happens, though. It may not work properly. Let's go ahead and pause it while we do this part. I want to measure this out. Something like that. And put our services kind of here near the center of the city. Let's actually follow this road and begin an angled kind of thing. Let's bring this all the way down first and connect it so we know where to go. Okay, we'll make the second connector of this one. So somewhere, where it's just going to be. The second one will come over to the main road as well. So we kind of have some shortcuts through here, which is fine. Oh, actually, no, it's not fine. I don't want that. We don't want cars going this way to take these side roads as a shortcut. So, in that case, we can't really connect this here unless we're going to make separate. We can do that. We'll make separate neighborhoods here. So basically going to follow this pattern and then go out this way. And then this will have its own neighborhood over here, which I will show in just a minute. Let's try following this width a little bit here, like that. You'll see it in a minute, but basically I just don't want to have the neighborhood here that connects to this main road. I don't want this connecting to this neighborhood, or else we're going to have cars that are going this way, cutting through the neighborhoods, and then we got issues with traffic. And unfortunately, although it would be a problem in real life, it's a problem in the game because the AI just recognizes it as a shorter path, so it goes that way instead, which is not what we want. So we kind of got to control that a little bit. Not a huge deal, but need to look into it a little bit. Okay, so this road here, we're going to actually take it. Let's go this way, connect this right here. And actually, I kind of want to keep these neighborhoods. What if we did something like this? Just a little idea here. since this backspace won't be used anyway. And did some cool like arc thing. Just kind of playing around with this right now, but I think it'd be kind of cool if it worked. Let's back it up a bit. Try it now. There we go. It's not really symmetrical, but we can fix that. How's that? Still not perfect. Let's try and fix this a bit more. So, don't want these grids. Get out of here. Try something like that and that. Alright, that looks much better. Okay, there is our overpass, and I think that this is gonna just kind of, and I like the idea of it all connecting right here, but we'll go ahead and add a intersection or two for these pieces. So we'll do a staggered approach. So this one's gonna have a road here, or actually, let's go as close as, the zoning goes all the way down here, so let's go ahead and get pretty close to it. Leave it room for like one building. So like that, and this one's gonna get a road. Actually, if we're gonna take this one diagonally, we might as well just make the rest of the the rest of the neighborhoods kind of do the same thing. So from here, let's kind of go into a more rural kind of thing. Suburban, I guess, is what I'm looking for, not rural. That would be like farmland. Let's see. So we need low density now, aside from the main roads. So let's take this. Oh, I saw it. Guides. Here. We'll just bring this like all the way down and connect it to this road here. Perfect. Okay. So far, so good. So now, like I was saying, we'll do kind of a... Ooh, what if we did something like this? This is kind of more aesthetic, but I think it'll look cool. So I'm going to go for it. Because why not? Take it down to here. There we go. Kind of side-by-side road action there. I think that looks cool. Intersection's a bit funky. That's kind of what happens when we do this, so whatever. Alright, so these are our two neighborhoods now, and they're going to branch off from being the medium, which is around here, to the low. And I'm going to keep these as medium density roads only for the sake of traffic, and then everything else is going to be low from there. I don't know why I had this here. Is this exactly, how far off is this, is my question. It's more, okay. So we'll just go with the neighborhoods then, like I was saying. So, should we bring this forward a bit? Let's have them split off down here and reconnect again. So this one is going to go this way, like so. I think I'm going to connect this road to it at the end. There we go. And then the other one's going to go off towards the end cap here. Okay. Awesome. We're actually going to take this farther out. Let's get us a nice clean turn here. Uh-oh. It's not working like we like it. There we go. Okay. So we can actually take this a bit farther because we're going to go for the low density, which means it can go much closer to this than we think. So like that. Is that close enough? Wow, it's like dead on. I'm going to get a bit farther away just for the sake of, for safety's sake. I don't want to get too close. Okay. That'll work. Let's bring this down and connect it to this little turn. Should we? Let's not. Let's just make it go alongside of it. So now we can do some funky row work on the inside. I'm actually going to call the episode here, though. We're kind of getting close to 30 minutes, and that's our time, but I think it's going well so far. We're going to go ahead and begin the road layouts for our road networks around here, just the nice suburbs and whatnot. Then we'll add in our services, and I'm going to go ahead real quick while we're off camera, and I'm going to make sure Gloomsville's okay in terms of supplying power and whatnot, and have it send over some garbage trucks. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.